If I traded it all, if I gave it.
So welcome back. This is going to be interesting. I have with me Michael Aurit, and he is the owner of the Aurit Center for Divorce Mediation. Welcome to the show. I am so excited about having you on. You have a lot of kudos that I want to give to you that I know you've gotten. Please tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Well, thank you. I'm so glad to be here, Carol. I am an attorney here in Arizona, but I don't go to court. I am a mediator, and I specialize in divorce and family mediation. So I do divorce mediation, I do legal separation mediation, child custody mediation, and the whole purpose of mediation is to help people stay out of court.
Which is a good thing because you save a lot of money.
Oh, boy. That is an understatement, of course. Litigation, it's no secret, is so expensive. It's so expensive because it's so time-consuming, and the more time people spend in conflict, fighting out their divorce with attorneys, the more money they're going to spend. So what we do in mediation is help them talk about the issues that otherwise their attorneys would kind of fight over. And that's what I hope people do as a neutral party to help them resolve their issues.
Now, what you've got, I want to talk about this right off the bat because it's awesome. So you were voted Best Family Law 2016 by Arizona Foothills Magazine. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Also, you also were top 10 Best Arizona Family Law Attorneys by American Institute of Family Law Attorneys. Congratulations on that. And what else is there? Is there anything else that you've gotten here?
Well, I've gotten a lot of satisfaction helping people settle their divorce cases.
Sure.
That's what I get most.
What you also do is you're offering for everybody, it's a 1-hour consultation that you get that you're going to learn from him. I mean, literally what it means to have your divorce done by a mediator as opposed to going to court.
That's right. So, we invite people in because a lot of people don't know what divorce mediation is or how it works. So we invite people in, and I sit with both spouses, and I sit with them for about an hour, and I explain the process. And they're really going to understand by the end of that time what to expect in divorce mediation.
He gives along with that, he's got this, it's a whole thing on how to avoid court, save money, reduce stress, protect children, retain privacy respectfully in mediation. We're going to open up the lines here so people can call in and get connected with you here at the station. Our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. You could check him out on his website, and I'm going to spell it for you. It's Aurit mediation.com, but it's spelled A-U-R-I-T mediation.com. You can also call him direct, and that number is area code 480-378-2686. And, this is just, first of all, I want to know right off the bat, money. I want to know, cha-ching, how much does it cost to go to court today?
Well, first things first, when people initially hire a divorce attorney, they're going to be required to pay a retainer. And that initial retainer in Maricopa County is going to be somewhere between $5,000 and $15,000. And that's per spouse. So even on the low end, people are in for so much money, right at the beginning of their case. And it's unbelievable how quickly that goes.
When you do it with mediation, and they come in, they have this 1-hour consultation with you, okay? Do you talk to them on the phone first before they come in and they're starting to throw, lots of stuff at each other? And how does it work? Because that's what I want to know. What's happening in that meeting that you said we sit down and we talk about your issues? Because, that's what I want to know. Is what's happening in there? They throwing pots and pats at each other or what?
Well, we try to keep that to a minimum. It's an interesting question. Do I talk to them on the phone first? I keep it to a minimum because what's so important is that from the beginning of our time together, I stay neutral. I stay impartial. So it's real important that I don't have a lot of contact with husband or wife before they come in. And when they meet me, they're meeting me together. So that's kind of first things first. When I do actually begin mediating, what I'm going to do for them is identify every single issue of their divorce. Okay, the same issues that if they hired attorneys, those attorneys are going to battle over. Then I'm going to tell them, what is Arizona law on this issue? Okay, each and every one. I'm going to give them legal information. I'm not going to give them advice. I'm not going to tell them what to do. I'm not going to advocate for either side. But it's real important that they understand the law. And then from there, they can make their own decisions. They don't have to follow Arizona law. Okay, because two people, they can agree on basically whatever they want. And so long as it is fair to them, so long as it makes sense in their lives, they are free to deviate from the law if it makes sense to them. So I'm going to help them communicate about what makes most sense. And I'm sure you're thinking, gosh, there might be some difficulties in people communicating, and that's what I'm there to help.
Right. So it's nice to have a mediator there.
Sure. I would hope so.
Absolutely.
And eventually they're going to reach agreements on every issue of their divorce, from dividing their assets and debts, spousal support, if that's an issue. If they have kids, most importantly, they're going to agree on a parenting plan, how to share time with the kids, how to make decisions about, their upbringing, financial obligations with the kids. And at the end of our time together, our mediation, they'll have agreements on all issues. And then we will help write their divorce judgment. And in that way, we submit that to court, and they never have to go.
That's awesome. So how many people that are listening out there that are divorced like me from like lots of years ago wish I had something like that, Absolutely. It's awesome. You're offering for everybody a free 1-hour consultation where you get all of the information to T of what it means to be a divorce done by mediation. And it's avoid court, save money, reduce stress, protect children, retain privacy, respectfully in mediation. Our lines are open here. You can call here for it, and we're going to get you connected with him at 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. You can also check him out on his website. It is Aurit. It's AURIT mediation.com. You can also call him direct. Write the number down. It is 480-378 2686. And the kudos being the best family law by Arizona Foothills Magazine, and also top 10 best Arizona family law attorneys by Americans Institute of Family Law. Again, that's awesome to have that behind you. Congratulations again. We have a couple minutes before we go to break. So you brought up children. And real quickly before, I know it's probably long, but before we go to a break, how do you protect the well-being of children in mediation?
Wow, what a great question. I mean, in a variety of ways, okay? You put them first, number one, in the conversation, okay? And we don't lose sight that the decisions that are being made revolve around the kids and what's best for them. And in addition to the decisions being made, how they're being made, okay? The level of conflict is directly going to affect the well-being of kids. So that's why right off the bat, in mediation, we're reducing conflict between parents. We're having a more open, honest discussion about what is best going to meet the needs of parents and their kids in terms of just, practical things, sharing a weekly schedule. Let's really talk about, what's going to reduce conflict in the lives of this family so that after the divorce is over, parents can have a healthier co-parenting relationship.
And what I love about it, too, is that you actually work with the parents and the family together, writing out their decree, if that's what you call that.
That's right.
So that when it all is said and done and you're actually signing it, you know exactly, there are no questions, there's no fighting whatsoever, and he helps you. He is the attorney that never goes to court. We're going to go to a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk further about some of the things that he can do and to learn about what this mediation really is. Again, our number here is 602-277-5369. Get connected with him here or call him direct. His number is 480-378-2686. At creditrepair.com, they know things like divorce, medical bills, job loss, military duty, and identity theft can cause credit to be damaged. Unlike companies that just give you a free score or monitor your credit, they can actually help you fix it. Past creditrepair.com members on average have seen significant improvement in their credit scores month after month. The consultation is free. So call 800-643-9908. That's 800-643-9908.
Everyone prefers to be cared for in the comfort of their own home, but sometimes we all need a little help. At MasterCare Home Care and Healthcare, we allow you to maintain your dignity and independence by providing services customized to your needs, such as personal assistance, light housekeeping, and much more. MasterCare is available 24/7 with trained staff available when you need them. Give us a call at 623-242-1120, 623-242-1120, or visit gomastercare.com.
You wouldn't dare build a house without a blueprint, and neither should you invest without a plan. I'm David Fisher, CEO of Landmark Capital Gold Group. We specialize in tailor-made portfolios. It's your financial blueprint. Landmark Capital can show you how to put physical metals, gold and silver, into your retirement, your 401k and IRA, and take physical possession. The process is easy. Call the Landmark team at 602-287-9200. That's 602-287-9200 or landmarkgold.com.
Have you been injured? Has someone in your family been killed as a result of someone else's negligence? Hi, I'm Barry Lewin. For over 35 years, I've been helping people with serious injuries. To find out if you have a viable case, call me for a free consultation at 602-325-1141. That's 602-325-1141. For more information, visit my website, barrylewinlaw.com.
Is your retirement plan working for you? Are you going to reach the goals you have set for it? Do you have the confidence that you will not outlive your money? Would you like to be on the road to financial independence, pay less taxes, and have your money work harder for you? If you would, call me, Lloyd Ryan, your financial services coach, 602-284-7617. 602-284-7617. That's 602-284-7617.
Do you have IRS tax problems? Are they keeping you up at night? If your tax problems are affecting your family life, you need to know you have options. Call Ted Watkins, enrolled agent before IRS, the tax expert who will handle your case. We negotiate settlements with the IRS, the Arizona Department of Revenue, as well as prepare past due tax returns. Call us at 602-363-1950.
Here we go.
602-418-7308.
If I traded it all,
So welcome back. And we're talking with Michael Aurit, and he is the owner of the Aurit Center for Divorce Mediation. For anyone that didn't hear, and I got to say it because it's fabulous, Best Family Law 2016 by Arizona Foothills Magazine, Best of Our Valley. He also was honored as top 10 Best Arizona Family Law Attorneys by American Institute of Family Law Attorneys. He is the attorney that doesn't go to court because he helps you save money by not having to do it and doing it through mediation, which is awesome. So wish I had something like this. And before, when we were on a break, we were talking a little bit about I was talking to you about like the right time. Is there ever a time, and maybe you feel obviously different like this, but somebody should go? And because I said, what happens if somebody has a lot of money? And maybe a lot of properties and this and that and the other thing. Is mediation right for them too? Go ahead.
It's a great question. People have very similar interests. No matter how wealthy you may be and how high asset value, we might be dealing with, or how modest a case may be, people want to save money. They don't want to engage at their core in a terrible fight. They want to reduce their stress. They don't want to spend a year or two battling. It really cuts across all of the socioeconomic lines. So we have very high asset cases. We have cases where there aren't many assets at all. And we handle them all the same. We want to know what husband wants and what wife wants, okay, and why they want the things that they want. And then we try to be creative, Okay, that's where I help people be creative to meet both of their interests. Because the problem is, in court, when people are battling and emotions are high, people are arguing over their positions. Their positions are what they're demanding of one another, okay? And it can get very aggressive. But under those positions, underneath those things, that's what they really want. Those are the deeper, more thoughtful conversations that people think maybe they can't have anymore, okay, at the point where they're divorcing. But that's exactly the time that they should, because that's when their interests can get met. And that's what we do in mediation, and that's why satisfaction with outcomes, with agreements coming out of mediation, so much higher out there than outcomes coming out of the courts. Why would you want someone else? Why would you want a judge to decide the future of what you're going to get out of a divorce, or especially issues regarding your children, when you have the power to retain control over your own divorce terms?
Well, what I've learned about you in this short amount of time that I've obviously gotten to know you just now is that you're really all about educating your clients to understanding exactly what it means to go through mediation and what you can do for them. And that's why you offer them this free, everybody who calls in is going to get this free 1-hour consultation where you sit down with them and literally go through them how you can avoid court, how you can save money. Obviously, you're going to, right there, you're reducing your stress. But the most thing is that how to do this in a way that isn't going to hurt anybody, especially your children, because you're going to come to a decision together as a group.
Right. You're going to own the decisions that come out of your divorce because you're making them. You have complete control over them. And one huge problem coming out of, the courts, coming out of litigation, is compliance with the orders of the judge. People break what their orders are, as opposed, in divorce. I see you shaking your head.
A lot of people, right?
A lot of people do that.
They're all shaking.
Everyone's shaking collectively around Phoenix right now. And that's a problem. That happens far less in mediation when people are owning their terms because they created them.
Right.
So they're going to stand by those terms.
And what you said earlier, this was before the break, is that you write it together. You're writing your decree together.
Yes.
Where that's why you know way in advance exactly you've come to these agreements together, collectively.
That's right.
And we want you to be able to get in touch with him. You can call here. We will get you connected and get all of his information on mediation and get connected with him. Our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. You can also check him out on his website. It's auritmediation.com. It's spelled AURIT, mediation.com. And his phone number direct, it's area code 480-378-2686. And, why go to court if you don't have to? I mean, I think it's an awesome that you offer this, and that you, there aren't a lot of people that really realize that there's some people that do it but don't do it like you.
Well, I appreciate that.
I know that because I mean, there's some people that offer it, or they say somebody in their office that they can recommend somebody to talk to or whatever. But you really have created your whole practice around this.
I mean, it's all I do. It's what I believe in. What I would say is, if not me, at least mediate. At least consider mediation. And consider it at the beginning.
So I have a question to ask you, which happens, let's say you have written this out all together. Everybody's come to these decisions. It's all very nice. Everybody's happy. You've written the decree and they've signed it. But things happen afterwards, no matter what, because life changes, right? Life changes for one person or the other, or things happen. Can you come back to you? How does that work? Where afterwards, maybe they need a little more help. Sure. A little bit more talking.
Sure. I have yet to have a pair of clients not want something in their divorce decree called a mediation clause. And what is that going to say? Well, a mediation clause will say if there are any future disputes, regarding anything, particularly regarding children, which they happen, right?
That.
What parents are agreeing to in their divorce decree is they will go back to mediation first to settle those disputes in the future. And you know what? Life changes. Kids grow up. Their needs change. People change jobs. Their schedules change. Things happen. And so to think that when your children are 3 and 5 and 6 years old, that those terms are going to be the same as when they're 13, 14, and 16, you can't really do that. So you can always come back to mediation and modify your terms. And so you would come in. Maybe I haven't seen clients for 6, 7 years. I will have missed them, right? And they'll come back and they'll see me, and we'll talk again. Maybe we spend 2 hours together discussing what has changed and how we can change the decree to better fit their needs when they're in conflict about it.
There are some things, though, that when they change, they have to change. They normally, let's say you have a decree, you've gone through a divorce, whatever, you didn't go through mediation. There are certain things that you have to, obviously ask permission. You can't just change things on your own, right? So they can do that through you by also coming back to you and then making those modifications through you.
Sure. Even if you did not mediate your case, let's say you had a court battle, okay, and your divorce is through. 3 years later, there are some issues, okay.
And there always are. Go
right.
on.
Maybe a parent is moving, okay. Maybe there's a relocation, and they need to reassess their entire parenting time, okay, their entire parenting plan, really. In that case, people, before going back to court, which they've had the terrible experience, they've spent the money, they've had the emotional turmoil, they don't have to choose that again. They can now come back to mediation, okay, before they lawyer up and go back to a judge, and they can do it all privately.
That sounds nice.
I can write their modification, okay, and submit that to the court, and now they've avoided that.
I know there's a lot of people out there that need to go back, so why go back and pay when you don't have to? You can give them a call. The number is 480-378-2686. We have everybody calling in here, and I'm going to let you call throughout the rest of the show for it. It's all the information on mediation and getting connected with him. Our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. Before I go to anything else, is it true that mediation is confidential in Arizona?
It's true. It's true. I mean, everything that happens in mediation is confidential. It's protected by Arizona law. So all of the communications, everything we talk about, disclosures, okay, financial documents and whatnot. I mean, this is really why we see so many celebrities mediating. There is an interest in privacy, especially when it comes to family issues, sensitive things that are talked about in divorce. These things really should be kept private, and
Absolutely.
we have the ability to do that.
Do you offer any other services beyond mediation, divorce mediation?
So divorce mediation is going to be our specialty, and along with that, some people prefer legal separation, okay, to divorce. So legal separation mediation, and then parenting mediation, which is really what we just talked about in terms of mediation that happens, after divorce. Or maybe there are unmarried folks, okay, who also need a parenting plan. We can mediate that as well.
Their phone number, it is area code 480-378-2686. It's Aurit, AURIT, mediation.com.
Making lending great again. Desert Springs Mortgage LLC ranks 5 stars on Zillow. Your #1 choice for local mortgage lending. You're always on the lookout for great deals. Well, get beyond saving $5 on a blender or $100 on a big screen. Be a really smart shopper, and you could save thousands on your home loan or a refinance of your existing loan. Call 602-883-1501. That's 602-883-1501. NMLS 794445, MB 0918874. DesertSpringsMortgage.com.
Healthcare, taxes, and inflation are just some of the challenges that you'll face in retirement. And if you don't plan for them, they can ruin the retirement you've always dreamed of. Don't let this happen to you. Hi, I'm Ryan Larson, CEO of First Line Financial. Call now to schedule your free consultation, 480-729-6246. That's 480-729-6246. Or visit us at firstlinefin.com for your no-obligation retirement analysis.
You're listening to Independent Talk, 1100 KFNX, Cave Creek, Phoenix. a division of Premier Radio Stations. It's 4 o'clock.
Special report, the Northeast primaries. Voting will continue for another hour in 5 states: Maryland, Delaware, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. Correspondent Steve Castabaum reports Hillary Clinton wants to sweep Pennsylvania.
Hillary Clinton is hoping to walk away from Pennsylvania with a majority of the 189 delegates up for grabs here tonight. Voter turnout is said to be heavier than normal, and Bernie Sanders believes that typically benefits his campaign. While Clinton will be celebrating here in Philadelphia, Senator Sanders went to West Virginia.
Among Republicans, Donald Trump hopes to score a lot of delegates in today's Northeast primaries. Correspondent Sarah Murray.
We're expecting him to